Hey everyone, welcome back to Code Row. In this video, we're going to be going over the new Synty sale. So Synty's having their 11th birthday sale, and every day they're going to have something 70% off, and everything store-wide is half off, and this is the perfect time to grab some amazing assets. So as you can see here, they have this little picture, and it's going to show, so the War Pack and the Horror Carnival Pack at the time of making this video are currently 70% off. If you just go ahead and click on this, it'll show you that these are now down from $100 to $30 for actually both of these, and these are some amazing prices. And we'll also be getting the Kids Pack, Animation, some HUD, the Apocalypse, Sci-fi Worlds, and the Ancient Egypt Pack. And this sale is going to be going on for the next 12 days, which is around July 23rd, Wednesday, if you are in the US. And for this video, I just want to go over all of these packs one by one. So I've opened them in Unity, and now let's actually go through these. All right, so the first pack we have to go over is the War Pack. When you actually get this pack, it's not going to look like this. I just have my global volume set up. So it's actually going to look more like this, a little bit darker without the fog, and the shadows will be a little more harsher. I just changed the lighting. But let me go ahead and turn that on. It just gives it a more warmer, cozy vibes, and I just look more stylized, cozy, warm. This might be a little too orange though. But yeah, anyway, so it comes with your tanks, housing, planes, and just a lot of cool stuff. This is currently 70% off, going for $30. And yeah, overall, really, really nice looking asset. It does come with quite a few characters. Let me go ahead and show some of those. So yeah, as you can see here, there are some of these soldiers with the helmet, without a helmet, in uniform, different countries. This guy in a suit, military general looking older dude, kind of like Bill from Left 4 Dead here. And then this guy in a beret or a beret. And yeah, this guy kind of looks like this guy. And then you have like little parts of them just to get a nice pose of them. Like he's saying, hi, what's up? Only with his half his body. This guy looks like he needs a band-aid. Kind of painful. This guy tripped. It's okay. Probably just drinking too much. Don't know who lost that, but yeah, overall, really, really cool asset. There's just a lot you can do with these modular environments. They also have wall art. And they even have some indoors. I actually did not notice this the first time I went through this. A little upstairs. More upstairs. So pretty cool. You can definitely do quite a lot with this, as well as airplanes and so on. And let's go ahead and take a look at the next asset. This is the Horror Carnival map. So as you can see, it starts off with this kind of broken ride out here with the carnival sign blinking and this ticket booth with a really evil looking clown up here. Says it's 5 cents. I'm not sure what money sign that is. It looks like 5 cents. We got the spooky pumpkins with these lights over here. I'm actually accidentally selecting these mono. This monkey clapping tambourine guy, along with a lot of balloons, even a popcorn looking balloon that looks pretty cool. We got to spin the wheel right here. Okay. What is this? That looks kind of freaky. Let me actually turn off these light symbols. All right. So we have this giant porta potty. That looks crazy big. Hot dog food stand. Everything's kind of run down, broken. It may not look that horrific just because of my global volume. I increased the bloom, so it kind of looks a little cozy in my opinion. But if I go ahead and actually just, let me try to turn off my global volume. There. This looks a bit more darker. This looks a bit more evil. This is kind of probably the vibe you're going for. It's very gray, very horror vibes. But I like my style more. So I'm going to turn on my global volume. And then we have this really nice looking haunted house and all these directions where the rides are, the games, the restroom, and so on. So this actually looks pretty cool. I wonder, oh, so there is an indoor to this. You can actually ride the roller coaster. Says watch out. This is actually, wow, I'm really liking this. This is actually really sick. Ha ha ha. XD. And yeah, that's actually a pretty cool ride. Let's see what's up here. Okay, just an empty, spooky looking box. Then we have this little swing set that goes around and a merry-go-round. And yeah, just a lot here. Oh, we even got go-karts. Okay, that's pretty nice. And overall, really, really cool asset. I am kind of liking this a lot. We have the big water tower there and a Ferris wheel. Sweet. Let's go ahead and check out the next asset. Next up, we have the Polygon Kids Pack. And this consists of these cute little playgrounds with this giant umbrella or colored tent above it along with this really nice looking swing set. There's a little skate park here, and as you can see, there's a couple of skateboards here that you can take a ride on, along with the moon bounce that we see up there. And this is the continued scooter/skate park. Very nice. We got these little trash cans, little tiny cars for the kids to ride on, a picnic table, this tire thing that I've actually never seen in my life, a little play rocket ship or a spaceship. And we also got more stuff. We got these little seahorses, one of these things, a balance beam, a seesaw. And yeah, just a lot of playground looking kids themed stuff, along with this bike going off the ramp, these tires, a pond here with this little floaty. I'm not sure if you should be doing that on a pond, but no worries. Little boats here and a rubber ducky, and then floating hula hoops and so on. And it also does come with some models, so let's go ahead and take a look at those. So this is a little surprising. There's actually little kid aliens. I didn't know they added this to the pack. So if you have any of the sci-fi packs, they added the kid versions of the aliens. That's actually really cool. I didn't know they did that. They have this little girl dressed up as a fairy, this cardboard dude, this guy with this really suede haircut, this guy who thinks he's a cool guy, a little cowboy. This looks just like Woody from Toy Story. And yeah, just a ton of different characters. They even have a kid version of the Devil Fantasy. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I wonder, wow, there's just a lot of models here. A ghost. That's scary. A little goblin. These are all new to me. I did not know they added this many kids. Wait a second. Aren't they planning on doing a superhero pack? This is just Cloud Strife, but in low poly mode. I see it. I see the vision. Here's the Kid Knight. That's actually pretty sick. Overall, really nice looking asset. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. And now let's take a look at the sword animation combat. This one I'm really excited for because Synty getting into animations and UI is like a dream. Now you can make an entire game using their assets and just finding some audio elsewhere, preferably on Humble Bundle or something. But they make really, really high quality, really great animation. And this does work. This does come for their regular polygon characters and their sidekicks. And if you're using this with a game engine, or if you're using this with Unity, it's so easy to implement. You can get a working character in just a couple of minutes, and they have a really nice tutorial about this on their website. They have a ton of idols, they have a ton of staggers, hit reactions, and dodges, and so on. And you can really kind of customize this how you'd like. I know in Unity, especially, it's very easy to customize animations compared to other game engines. They have heavy sword combos, death animations, blocking with the sword, and so on. And yeah, overall, really, really cool asset. Love to see it. Next up is their Apocalypse Pack. And this is kind of like a really rundown city that's kind of been overrun by zombies. You can see trucks out here with some spillage of these logs, buildings growing vines on them. They've been abandoned for quite a while. A broken up diner with a bunch of trash left outside and broken glass. And there's a hunting store with some boarded up windows. And overall, really, really cool looking asset. You can see the live action news right here. Just a ton of things you can really use to make whatever kind of game you want. This preferably would be great for a zombie apocalypse game, of course, hence the name Apocalypse Pack. They have this, okay, not sure how blood got on the top part of the sign, but all right, nothing up there. They have these broken up churches. Holy crap, that's a little more than broken up, I guess. A gated community. It looks like there's some survivors here. Nice. Giving a very Walking Dead vibe. And overall, just a really, really cool asset. Tons of buildings, and both residential and commercial and even construction broken up. There just always seems to be something having to come off a ramp somehow. In this case, it's a zombie dead cop getting off a dumpster ramp. I'm noticing a pattern from Synty here. They even have a Hot Wheels looking car. Okay. That's pretty cool. And here's more of the residential trailer park area. Just a ton of modular pieces you can piece together. It looks like even though everything's kind of broken up, they're all in a really well-looking gated community that should have not been infiltrated. But hey, I guess someone didn't do their job. Costed them a whole city. And yeah, let's go ahead and check out the next asset. All right, this is one of my favorite packs that Synty have done. I really, really like every single interface and HUD pack they do. I think it's so professional. And if you're using this with Unity, it's basically ready to be plug and played and usable for you. I love this setup. So as soon as you click play on their main scene, it's going to show you all these little slides you can click on or these scenes you can click on. It'll just take you straight there. And let's go ahead and click explore the pack. We're going to go in order so you can see these little animations of, like, for example, your HP or shields going up. You can see your level on the left of it. When you hover over the items, it'll show you what's selected by giving this white outline or this yellow glowing bar over here and this blue thing over here. And it's just already done. Each time these level up to the max, you'll see the level go up. It kind of glows here. HP mana bars on each side. Gives a very great aesthetic for your low poly, for your Synty game, or even any game in general. And then there's a ton here. If you want something more minimalistic, you can use these little bars up here. There's also like hunger status, thirst status, oxygen levels, in case you want to make something like Astroneer. This is the sci-fi one. So all the weapons you get from all the sci-fi packs will be shown here as a 3D icon. So you'll get this kind of diagonal icon and also a static 2D or static horizontal icon and so on, just however you really want it to look. And then there's some character models with them talking, voice lines, a really cool looking compass that you can see that there's some markers on this. So for example, if you have a quest right here, you can go in this direction and so on. A little map here just for the stylization effects. And overall, a little cool weapon wheel or equipment wheel. Really, really cool looking asset. I am loving how this looks, as well as these like cool, cute UI animations that kind of pop in. So example, if you're about to fight this boss, maybe this will come up. Little XP bar, who killed who. And yeah, overall, just a really, really cool asset. There is over 25 scenes for you to go through in this. I think this is highly worth it. This looks so professionally done. I love it. So you can see in this kind of top-down style how they kind of set up the UI here, for example. In this, you can see the little level on the security drone. It's a level 3 with full HP. Also some loot under it and so on. This thing's taking damage, going down. And yeah, overall, really, really cool asset. You'll even see the little saving, the auto save if you saw that. And let's go ahead and take a look at the next asset. This is the Sci-fi Worlds pack. Let me just add my global volume real quick. There we go. It looks a little cuter, a little warmer. And now let's actually go over this. So this pack is originally $500 and it's going to go down 70%. So this will go all the way down to $150 in a few days. By the time you're watching the video, it might even be there, just because it's just, but overall, this has a ton of assets. I'm talking about over 1,000 total assets for you to use in your game. You can make a complete game out of this alone. It looks freaking amazing. So first, let's go over just whatever kind of we see first. We'll just go over. So let's go ahead and go over the asset pack. You'll see a ton of vehicles. So this kind of spaceship looking thing, as well as a little garage here it kind of looks like we make parts on this. A little locker room, really, really futuristic looking, very sci-fi, of course, because it is the Sci-fi Worlds pack. There's this giant looking armored truck that you could really do whatever you want with, maybe take over. It kind of looks like it's meant to terraform the planet. And as well as over here to kind of carry some soldiers or units inside. Maybe this back thing opens up a little bit. And some cool storage, kind of looks like oxygen containers or something. Some broken parts here, a little vessel here, and just a huge, like poisonous looking environment. It looks like the poison or whatever is being extracted into energy in this nuclear facility over here. Just a lot that you can do. Also, this weird space vegetation along with these little weird space. I don't even know what this is, actually. It's like a rock formation in the shape of broken orbs or something. Wannabe palm tree from space, kind of crazy. And these huge models just kind of lying around the pile of garbage. It looks like a spaceship crashed here and they just kind of left all the junk here. I didn't realize how big these were, and you can see the giant broken satellites in the background, along with some other planets in the sky and the sun. And this is just the exterior part. So now let's actually check out the interior. This is actually another exterior demo level. So let's go ahead and check it out. So this is a lot of plant-based foliage space stuff, as you can see here. Really nice futuristic looking benches. Kind of looks like an auto plant feeder that will just automatically grow and take care of the plants for you. If you're making some kind of plant growing simulation game in space, this would be pretty ideal for you. As well as here, you got your whole computer set up with your triple monitor. For some reason, you need 3 keyboards, even though you're just one person. That's totally fine. You do how you want to. Another computer or laptop here to, I guess, work this auto feeder thing. And yeah, overall, really cool storage sets. Let's go ahead and go outside. You have just a ton and ton here, along with these really cute looking trees. This kind of looks like a space Mario tree. Those like long green ones that you see in the background. And then we also have this giant orb in the middle. This is kind of like the main attraction. And as you can see, very beautiful, very naturey inside. It looks like there's this kind of like you're growing an atmosphere or a plant life to kind of take over the planet so that there can be some oxygen. And we even have some of these plants animated, which is really cool. You can kind of see them swaying back and forth here. And we have these little cat images of something. I'm not really sure what that is. But yeah, overall, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take it to the next scene related to Sci-fi Worlds. All right, so this one is more of a wintry level. I'm loving how this looks. This actually looks really, really gorgeous to me. I love the yellow on the snow, just a ton of construction. This is kind of giving me like an RTS or top-down kind of StarCraft vibes. To be honest, with all these little vehicles, all these little buildings and so on, you could kind of play a very top-down game like this. The buildings are a little too high, I guess, but overall, this is really cool. I just really like how this looks. You even have these very modular, so you can kind of put whatever you want in here. These giant crates, little spaceships here, very futuristic. And then we also have the inside here with these computers. And overall, these are just really, really cool assets. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next demo level. And this demo level is called the Black Market. We are still part of Sci-fi Worlds. We have this giant futuristic tank kind of just pointing outwards into, I guess, civilization for some reason. Not really my doing. A little weapons shop here, which is pretty cool, hence the word Black Market. All these little bugs and critters, these green, hollow, toxic looking shrimps. We even got these little firecracker shrimps, I guess, and squid tentacles and all this good stuff. And then is there anything inside? Oh, there is something inside. Okay. We can see people kind of just chilling. I'm sure they're fine. He's wearing a VR headset. This guy's sleeping in VR. This guy's sleeping in VR also. First one free. This is kind of giving like Borderlands vibes. If you guys have played Borderlands, might have been pretty old, honestly. We got these giant solar panels to help power up the city for our big, beautiful sun somewhere that will come out. Maybe it's just a little cloudy today. This extraction point, I didn't even notice where is the city standing on. It looks like it's on top of a... Okay, this is all man-made, I guess. And there's some giant secret orb. Maybe this orb is the reason why there's some gravity on this little field. Maybe if you fall out, it'll just kind of, you'll just start levitating away into space. And yeah, overall, really cool. This is like a really cutesy Japanese looking kawaii graphics in space. And yeah, overall, really, really cool asset. What is this thing? Is this a spaceship? Maybe. Oh, it looks like a really rusted down, really worn out spaceship. And another one over here. Okay. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's see if there are any other scenes to go over in this asset pack. And the last scene in the Sci-fi Worlds, it's this giant demo scene of all the overview of every single object that it comes with. And as you can see, there's over 1,000 for you to go through. So good luck if you do get this pack. There's just so much stuff in here. I'm not sure how we would even be able to tell what we're missing out on. Before we head to the next Synty asset pack, I did want to go over the characters. So we have this giant, bulky, alien-looking dude, the girl with the VR that we saw earlier, these space people, space soldier-looking guys, more VR stuff. This guy looks a little odd, kind of looks like a chef from the Black Market, and this rock golem-looking, this giant kaiju-looking alien, and yeah, just a lot of different variations. This thing looks straight out of Halo. And yeah, overall, really cool looking asset. Comes with quite a wide variety of characters. And let's go ahead and check out the next asset pack. And the last asset pack I want to be going over is this Egypt pack. So as you can see, we got these little cat human heads. These human heads on these cat bodies. as the entrance, and a very big one over here, along with the desert in the background. A lot of rocks and just a ton of pyramids. You can see Anubis over here, actually one of the characters in this asset packs. And if we go inside, you can see these little mummies, these little statues, a lot of clay looking pots and hieroglyphics on the walls, as you can see here. And overall, very nice looking asset. This looks very good for like an adventure game or even a horror game. It kind of looks like this whole room would be booby trapped. As you can see, there's a lot of treasures here and kind of dark and spooky. I feel like as soon as you walk in this room, great, you see treasure and gold everywhere. And then this guy comes to life and tries to kill you. Might have been 0 to 100 real quick. But now let's go ahead and go. What is this? Let's go ahead and go back upstairs and outside. A little spooky in there. You can see these little markets, little tents here, little shops here that could be run by some NPCs. There's this very nice looking pond area with the lily pads and a cat here and so on. Overall, really cool looking asset. And then over here, we have more of the housing, a little tents here. It kind of seems like people would just be living here and chilling. Yep, looks like someone does live here. Quite wild. As well as in here, a ton of modular assets that can really be used however you want. As you see, there's a little flame torch here and a ladder to go upstairs and so on. And yeah, there's just a very large living space around with this giant creek with quite a few boats and docks. With quite a few boats here and a dock. See a lot of just a huge city life going on here. Let's go ahead back into the city. Kind of see what's going on here. Oh, in the background there are pyramids, of course. Let's see, is there anything inside the pyramid? I noticed this little hole here. So it looks like there is a UFO. Okay, so confirmed. Synty has just confirmed that pyramids were made by UFOs. They even made a little room for us to go inside and check it out, but I guess humanity hasn't achieved it, other than the people who work at Synty. Where am I? Oh, I'm under. Okay, I'm under the pyramid now. A beetle. And yeah, overall, really, really cool looking assets. Really love what Synty did. And feel free to enjoy their birthday sale. If you want to support my channel, feel free to check out the affiliate link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Go to the row, like, subscribe, comment below what you want to see next. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.